of our superstar Kendrick Davis. You can see there his numbers. In terms of assisting the ball, look, he's top 3 for scoring, but he's number 1 in the NBL for assists, so we'll expect him to do similar in this one. So, a Sportsbet same-game multi. Adelaide should win this and win this big. Kendrick Davis to do exactly just that. Assists all over the place. And DJ on the 3-ball. Enjoy.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Are you ready?
Harrell once, twice, thrice with intensity. Harrell hammers one on full qual. And he's knocking in the 3-ball. Another big double-double here in Sydney for Montrez. Montrez was too strong. Humphries drops it off for his running mate in Harrell. And Davis goes up for Harrell.
The crowd in here showed me a lot of love here, man. I just try to do it the same way back by playing as hard as I can on this basketball court.
It does not take much to fire up Montrez Harrell, but when he looks down the other end of the court during the warm-ups, he will see no Tyrell Harrison, no Bannon, no Rocco Duskarski, no one who could potentially face him up, in my opinion, with all respect to the reserves.
So what are you saying? Is he going to drop numbers?
I'm saying he is about to drop more than numbers. He is about to drop bodies.
Have one more chance at Rocco's last name. One more.
Rocco Zdarsky. There we go. Yeah. I apologise to the Zdarsky family. It is indeed not Zdarsky, as I previously mentioned there. But, fellas, your bold predictions going into tonight.
I can't remember, Mike. What is it? Bold prediction. There it is right there. Adelaide to win by 35.
Yeah, it might not be too bold. I've got, you mentioned DJ going off. I think, he'll have 8 threes. He'll have 8 threes in this one.
What?
He's going to knock down 8 threes.
Come on, man.
How is that a what?
How's that a bold? That's not a bold. He had 10 the other day.
That's true. Hey, you know what? Joel Peterson's been over there keeping your seats warm for no good reason. Hurry up, run over there. The Adelaide 36ers and the Brisbane Bullets. The 36ers, well, they can lock up 6th spot tonight.
Fraser and Cook have come to play, and they're keeping the Brisbane Bullets season alive. The race for the play-in is hotter than ever. Melbourne United, a big win today over the Brisbane Bullets.
There's going to be a lot of nervous Brisbane fans.
It is box office tonight, John. They can win their way back into the top 6 tonight.
No one wants this team to qualify outside of South Australia.
Humphries drops it off for his running mate in Harrell. Woo! The Adelaide 36ers stamp their playoff credentials and move into the top 6 of the competition. And there'll be a lot of teams around the NBL who are very nervous watching on. Friday Night Hoops in Adelaide. It is the Hungry Jacks NBL Pride Round brought to you by Champion as the Adelaide 36ers take on the Brisbane Bullets. Plenty of colour around the Adelaide Entertainment Centre as the fans pile in for Pride Round. Murray the Magpies got the Rambo cape on and they are all here to see the stars of the show for the Sixers. Kendrick Davis has been electric all season. And what can the Brisbane Bullets do to stop that man and this high-powered, high-octane Adelaide 36ers offense? If they are to win, Casey Prather's going to have to be a very big part of it indeed for the Brisbane Bullets trying to keep their season alive. Great to have your company. Joel Peterson, Pete Hawley and Leonard Copeland with you. We take a look at our Mitsubishi Motors ladder. A loss for Brisbane tonight, Pete. It is officially season over.
It's going to be very tough. We keep talking about they've been decimated by injuries and key injuries at the wrong time, but also means they've got nothing to lose. But Adelaide, they've got a lot to gain. They could still finish 5th and get another home game in front of a sellout crowd, so plenty to play for.
And this man could be in for a big night, Copes. Montrez Harrell, he'll like the matchup. No bigs for Brisbane. And this big 4 for Adelaide. They score so much of their points. They are such a focus and such a danger for the opposition.
And you're right. We spoke to Mike Wells earlier, and he said the plan is to get the ball inside. Now, you get the ball inside. If they're not scoring, they got 2 great shooters on the outside, DJ and Kendrick Davis, they can pass the ball to. So it should be a very good game for the Adelaide 36ers.
Certainly hope so with those scoring numbers. And Davis has been electric. 13 assists, the most of any player in his last game. He had 32 and 8 when they played against Brisbane back in round 13. And you look at his numbers compared to other imports in their first year, Pete, he's right up there.
Oh, I've been really high on this. And again, key guys that we remember who have had big impacts in their first season. Have a look at this. Rodney Clark, Jalen Adams, they won MVPs that year. They were terrific. We know that Kendrick Davis would probably be even closer, well in front if they were in the top 2 or 3 team, but Casper Ware, Jerome Randall, all of these guys had massive impacts in the NBL, but Kendrick Davis stands above. It's been astonishing how he's gone about it, doing it super efficiently, getting everybody involved and taking over games late. He's 1 of 1.
And considering he got suspended for a couple of games, he has been fantastic for this team. He gets everyone involved, like you said, but when they need a basket, he's the go-to guy.
Yeah, absolutely he is. He is such a big part of what Adelaide are doing and facilitating the offense and just getting them through their stuff. It's been the improvement at the defensive end of recent times that has hit them pretty well. And of course, for the Brisbane Bullets, well, it's a summer shootout game for them tonight. So they are hoping to put the points up on the board against this Adelaide team. That's going to be a pretty tough ask, though, for them this evening. Casey Prather, well, he is so much a part of what they do. They've got 2 wins against Adelaide. They've won their past 3. They've won 5 of their past 6 against the Adelaide 36ers, the Brisbane Bullets. History's on their side at least.
They should take a bit of confidence out of that, but more so that when you're down key bodies, you can play loose, you can play free. When you're just trying to focus on, you know what, let's just get a good shot, let's just play with a bit of that sense of freedom where we're going to let everything go. If you get hot, anything can happen in the Hungry Jacks NBL, Copes.
And how many times this year have we counted a team out and they've come out and played well? Cairns have done it a couple of times, so.
Yeah, Joel and I, Zero, you've done it plenty of times, though. So it's going to be almightily tough task. And you know the Cairns Taipans are sitting at home watching both games tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. 111 points, so that is the clubhouse lead because both of our games, so a big Friday night doubleheader of summer shootout games. The Bullets, well, they might be up against it against the 36ers, but the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in those shootouts out in the Wild Wild West, they are every chance in our last game this evening, Copes.
Well, that game means a whole lot, so I reckon those teams will end up playing, both teams will have to play a little bit more defense. Give Cairns the money, man. 111 is a lot of points. I think Cairns get that money.
There's a question around if Brisbane are to win tonight, if they are to spring a surprise, who stands up? And Josh Adams put his hand up last time out. Maybe his best game since returning to the NBL, Pete.
Yeah, he's been underdone in injury-wise. You could see it. He hasn't had the pep in his step, but has started to find his groove lately. And again, it's also hard when you come in as an import in a team that's decimated by injuries. When you are a player like Josh Adams, who likes to have his ball in his hands, he takes a lot of contested shots, he can make a lot of contested shots. You don't want to disrupt any flow. Now they've got to no point where he doesn't have to worry about that. They just need points. They need offensive weapons. It's Adams, it's Cook, it's Prather. If they want to win, those 3 are going to have to be terrific.
Absolutely, they are. Well, it's another sellout crowd in Adelaide, the 14th of the season from their 4-team home games. As we get to John Casey, Case, another terrific atmosphere. Welcome to you.
Thanks very much, Joel. Good evening, everyone. And a great historical rivalry between Adelaide and Brisbane as well. They played in back-to-back grand finals in 1985-86. Brisbane won the first one, and then Adelaide took their revenge in 1986 when they won 2-1 in the first ever NBL Championship Series. But Brisbane, well, they've used more players than any other team this season, 18 in fact, and 12 different starters. But they're going with the same unit from their last game, which was that 27-point loss to Melbourne. And for Adelaide, well, their starting 5 hasn't changed now for 8 games. And the big 5, Kendrick Davis, DJ Vasiljevic, Lat Mayer, Montrezl Harrell and Isaac Humphries, they are ready to rumble.
That they are, Case. Thank you. The most effective starting 4, the most effective 5-man lineup in the league this season is that starting 5 for Adelaide. So they have been red hot. And they are looking for another win and to jump back above 500 on the season, Pete. They still can finish 5th, this Adelaide team. There's plenty to play for them tonight.
There is, and it's just making sure you don't look too far ahead. At one point, they were on the outside looking in. Now they're holding fate in their own hands. Just take care of business tonight. Lock yourself away a playing spot and go from there.
Here's a question. Does Lat Mayer guard Prather, or do they put him on Cooks?
We're about to find out. The Adelaide 36ers looking for a 4th win in a row. The Brisbane Bullets trying to keep their season alive.
That might be the easiest shot Kendrick Davis will miss all night. Just turned the corner off an on-ball, got as deep as he liked.
Outside to Adams off the pass from Prather. And that matchup's gone the way of Montrezl Harrell early, Coach.
Oh, 2 guys that like to bang a little bit. We can have some fireworks in here.
Going at each other the other end as well.
So Mike Wells already a little bit unhappy with a couple of shot attempts. And there's pickup game feel already.
Sort of like B-grade stuff in the early stages.
That's not bad from Brisbane in terms of you're going to have to take quick shots. You're going to have to take probably some poor shots at times to see how hot you can get. If conversely that leads to Adelaide playing a bit more chaotic and unstructured, you probably give yourself a chance.
I don't know, because if you come down jacking that three and you start missing, Adelaide like to push that ball to the floor. If they're running in that crowd, lights out, bro.
This man's been in terrific form. Of course, we know what Champion Pride Round means to Isaac Humphries. Such an important part for him, but his form, especially at the defensive end, as you highlighted in the pre-game show, Pete, has been outstanding for Mike Wells.
Yeah, he's been the foundation of their defensive turnaround. Anytime a player gets beat, he's there. He's deflecting passes. He's blocking shots at the rim. This is not new for him. It's just the team stepped up a bit around him.
And Pete, you know, Pete, you're a player, you know. You knock down, if you get the ball early, you knock down a couple of shots, first thing you want to do is play defense, bro. You know that.
Well, he has been. You're right. They've got him involved a little bit more on the offensive end for sure.
6 blocks in his last 2 games for Isaac Humphries across Sydney and New Zealand last week. Here's Harrell in his favourite spot on that left block. Sees the double coming from Adams, and there's a foul on the play.
That's what they can't do right now, though, the 36ers, is just stand and watch. They gave the ball to Harrell versus Prather, and everybody just stood there and said, go to work. They're lucky to get a foul call, but nothing happened.
Davis. Vasiljevic curling through, gets it inside to Humphries, who takes some contact from Smith-Milner.
And it looks like they're listening to Mike Wells. Get that ball inside. Again, if you can get Isaac going early, it opens it up for everybody. Now the shooters on the outside don't struggle as much.
3 fouls in a minute and a half for the Brisbane Bullets. Kendrick Davis stepping back. No good. Of course, this Brisbane Bullets team without Dingadell, without Rocco Zikarsky, no Josh Bannon, no Tyrell Harrison, no Emmett Nah. Keandre Cook was a little bit under the weather last time out against the Breakers. Prather the head fake. A little bit strong. Davis races up the floor into the body of Norton, but can't finish. He will go to the line.
1 of 4 for Brisbane shooting the 3-ball. All 4 field goal attempts have been from outside.
Here we go, 2. Well, not like they got a big target on the inside.
Similar to what we saw from New Zealand when they played Adelaide on Sunday, where they started in a very similar vein.
That's exactly right. And look, that's all well and good if the shots are falling. But you can't get caught up in just jacking threes and they're not going, because Adelaide loves to run. Those long rebounds push the ball out. They're running down your throat.
But I will say that in those first 2 minutes, besides one possession where DJ turned the corner and found Humphries for the foul, when they are running, Adelaide hasn't been structured at all. They've just taken some poor shots, some rush shots. They're playing into Brisbane's hands.
Number 2 in scoring in the league, Kendrick Davis, behind only Bryce Cotton. Adams toes the sideline there and keeps it in. Dropped it off for Norton, who lost the handle.
Can't run in.
And now Adams is pulling up a little bit ginger.
Hopefully that's just a little bit of a tweak of the ankle. It's the last thing the Bullets need.
Isaac White, of course, the last time he was here, starting in a reserve role tonight, had a career-best 22 points. As Humphries trips over, and that is a 5th foul on Brisbane. We are less than 3 minutes into the game. Isaac Humphries is off to the line.
In the bonus already. Good little pocket pass. Mitch Norton out of position.
That's Norton's 2nd foul.
So if Adams is hobbled and Norton's in foul trouble,
look at this bench for the Brisbane Bullets. Outside of Isaac White, Kai Savage, Josh Coonan, Tristan Devers, and concussion replacement Cal Dalton. They're all going to get a lot of opportunity. They're incredibly thin.
All of a sudden, the summer shootout turns into the summer fallout.
Oh, boy.
Come on, man. Leave me alone now.
You had a long time to think about that.
No, I didn't.
Should have thought a little longer and not spoke.
6 of 6 from the free throw line in the early going. The Adelaide 36ers, all of their points coming there, and all of Adelaide's shots, bar one, coming from the three-point line.
They're going to go to the free throw line again.
Davis is fouled. That's a second foul on Adams. He's got two. In fact, the foul's on Cook, who's got a second.
So Cook 2, Norton 2, and the sixth team foul in the first 3 minutes.
I got you, Josh.
I like that Josh Adams was trying to rally the troops, just trying to get them a bit more locked in. And it's not like they've turned around asking for challenges. They've just been out of position or lack discipline.
Man, give D-Mac a uniform. Stop playing around.
Most fouls by any team this season's 28 in a game. Brisbane are well and truly on track for that. 8 plays 3 in the early going. Friday night hoops doubleheader coming your way in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Casey Prather splashes a triple.
Well, another quick 3-ball. You can see what they're trying to do. He's been shooting the lights out.
43% from downtown, good for third in the league. Beautiful drop off to Davis for Humphries, and the first field goal of the night for Adelaide.
That's a great pass by Davis. Turned that corner and dropped it off in the middle.
Look back the other way. His feel's got so much better over the course of the season, Coach.
He has. And look, he's always been a facilitator, but he's learned his players now. He knows where they want the ball, where they need the ball. So, again,
still only 25, so still got time to improve in his own game too, as Vasiljevic can't keep that one in play after he gets a hand on it. The Amy replay.
Here's the Amy replay. Casey Prather. Montrezl Harrell going underneath. You can't go underneath Casey Prather because he is lights out, and this little 1-2 game. Shovel pass, good finish from Humphries, good touch.
Josh Adams back the other way. It's another couple to go for Brisbane.
and we know Josh Adams can get going. He's a flat-out scorer, so.
23, 7 and 4.
A little bit of movement on the weak side, but look at everyone loading up.
Gets that right hand, can't finish.
There's got to be movement off the ball. They can get the ball to Montrezl at any point. You've got to help him. Let it be a one-on-one game. Don't let Brisbane just crowd it.
Smith-Milner got Humphries in the air. Norton to Prather. 2 more for Casey. Ties it at 10.
How good has he been this season? I know they're in negotiation talks for next year for a multi-year deal. It'd be great to see that locked in. It's been sensational.
I think he's
FIBA break. He's been unbelievable.
You know, when he played for Perth and Melbourne United, he was a great player, but I think he's a better shooter now.
Oh, he's definitely a better shooter.
Yeah,
definitely more efficient. He's finding his spots. I know he just doesn't have that explosiveness like he had in those two teams, but he's far more damaging. He really understands his game. There's a couple of substitutions here. Montrezl, DJ Vasiljevic coming out. Adelaide can't fall into the trap because they can score at will. If they slow the game down, they get some side-to-side action, ball movement, player movement, they'll get any shot they want. So credit to Brisbane for just throwing them out of whack.
8 points for Isaac Humphries in the early going. Isaac White into the game for Brisbane, who was so good last time he visited his hometown. He wants to keep that form rolling. He left that one in Brisbane.
Adelaide needs to be smart, though. You're right. Brisbane are in foul trouble. You don't need the threes. Get to the basket as much as possible. Keep these guys in foul trouble. Shoot free throws all night long.
Today and Sunday Detch out there now for Adelaide as the 36ers turn it over. Mike Wells saying pre-game that Sunday Detch might absorb a few more of those Jarrell Martin minutes, who's not out there with a calf injury this evening.
Well, they can play Lat Main at the 4th. They've done that a few times. There's plenty of opportunity to go around there. But this crowd's stunned right now. Not the start they expected.
Led 8-2, the 36ers. Brisbane have pulled their way back into the game, mainly thanks to the assistance of this man.
Jab step, you talk about his efficiency. He gets to that spot. If you don't bite on that jab fake, he's just going to rise up and shoot it.
And he loves playing against the Adelaide 36ers. Casey Prather, he's torched them twice this season. The reverse from Mayen was so good. Humphries, he couldn't finish either. 36 and 33 in the 2 games for Prather this season against Adelaide. White thought about it. Adams jacks it. Tied at 12 with 3.5 remaining. Sunday Detch slow steps them. He can't connect. And the 36ers are shooting 2 of 12 from the field.
Wow.
One more.
2 of 11 make that to Brisbane's 5 of 12.
Come out. Adelaide.
And we're going to get an early timeout here for the 36ers. After a fast start, Brisbane have clawed their way back into the game. And we are tied at 12, 3.5 minutes into this opening term. We said if the Brisbane Bullets are any chance to win, it's going to have to be quite a bit on the back of Casey Prather. He's got 7 points early. He caught up with John Casey pre-game.
Almost 10 years since you made your NBL debut with Perth. Are you a better player now at 33 than you were back then?
I mean, I like to think so. You know, when I was at Perth, you know, I had some good years as far as like winning and things like that, but I wasn't as polished offensively as I am now. You know, I had a couple years in Israel where I played well, and I started to feel like that was really like the best version of myself. So being able to come over here and show that is definitely something that I'm pretty proud of.
You mentioned, Pete, he's going to be a really key consideration in how they build this roster going forward, Casey Prather.
We had a look at their free agent list in the pre-game. Those negotiation talks are underway. Whatever it takes to keep Casey Prather. You want to keep that core, move forward, add the right pieces, and see what they can do.
At the moment, he plays at his own pace. And you were talking about his jab step earlier. They put the best defenders on him. It doesn't matter because he's strong, he gets where he needs to get to, and he's shooting the ball extremely well.
He's so crafty, you're right. So they're talking about bringing him back. James Bateman has a 2-year deal.
Is that the same guy you wouldn't bring back?
I'm bringing him back. He's already locked in, mate. He's already locked in.
Oh.
He's been terrific. So it's a good starting point to be at if they can lock away Prather for next year. And obviously you need a clean bill of health for everybody else.
It's Prather again. Another tough shot. Can't connect that time. Dalton's out on the floor for the Brisbane Bullets, who was signed as that concussion replacement player for Tyrell Harrison, as Davis puts his head down at the other end, and then, well, lucky he had his head down as Isaac Humphries almost landed the big size 14 on top of it.
Good contest there from Humphries. Davis gets the rebound. You've got to stop the ball a lot quicker than this. He's the quickest player out in transition. Got a head of steam. So balanced through contact down low. One of the smaller guards. 6 points now. Got an assist, a couple of rebounds.
Norton for 3. Yes, for Mitch Norton, and Brisbane are in front yet again.
Whenever you underestimate a team, the wounded dog, they always come out and surprise you. So, and teams sometimes take their foot off the gas knowing these guys are not full of, didn't have their roster full and haven't won any games.
Foul on Harrell as he spins to the floor. It was before the shot, though, the foul on Dalton. But we will go to the line with Montrez. The bucket won't count.
This is the movement I'm talking about, or lack thereof. When the ball finds its way to Montrez Harrell in the post, so they get the side-to-side, the ball screen. They've done this 3 or 4 times. Right here, Adelaide, feet stuck in mud. There is no movement. It is 1-on-5. They're walling up. They've got a couple of ticky-tack foul calls to help their case, but you've got to have off-ball movement. Keep the other 4 defenders occupied. Trust your big fella. He can go 1-on-1. 1-on-5's a lot harder.
Is that a concern for you when they get to the postseason, that kind of thing could sort of stifle their offense?
I think it's happening more in this game because they understand they have the advantage inside. So everybody's expecting, okay, you know what? They're down bigs. Our big fella will go to work. But it's happened 3 or 4 times now in the first quarter. If I'm Mike Wells at quarter time, I'm highlighting that, saying, someone cut off Montrez. Someone set an away screen for DJ, who's a knockdown shooter. Make sure the other defenders are engaged.
And DJ, and you're right, Torres will make the pass too. If someone's open, he will make that next pass. So you have to have ball movement. You're right, you have to have movement.
Keanu Rasmussen into the game. He got the first start of his career against Adelaide a couple of weeks ago as Casey Prather hits another tough shot. He's got 9 points. Brisbane back out by 2.
You're about to make Prater mad now. He's trying to bother him. Yeah.
DJ at the other end cashes one. Trading the lead in these last couple of moments. Two of the three leading scorers in the league since the fever break out there this evening in Davis and Prater. Keondre Cook. Foul was on the floor as he banked that one home.
Hand check, side ball.
Now it won't count. Quite the acrobatic finish from Keondre Cook.
I'll tell you what, he might have picked that up as the contact occurred. That tough wave away. Let's have another look at it here. Close out. There's the foul. He's picked it up. Oh.
It's line ball. That one, not quite so line ball.
And they need him to get going. Prater's been tough, but you need someone else chipping in, knocking down shots to give you a real chance.
When they were playing well, Coach, that's exactly what was happening. They had all three imports firing.
Another reason why I bring back all three imports.
He's been up and down the last few weeks, Keondre Cook. 5 points in 2 of his last 5 games. Gets the rebound here. Adelaide by 1 with a minute left.
Halfway through the season, just a little bit after, he was shooting 40+% from the 3 once again. But he's going to go to the free throw line here. Last 2 seasons internationally, shot over 40% from 3. So that offensive talent has been there.
It's a minute remaining in this opening frame, 18-17. He's been up and down throughout the course of the season, Keondre Cook. Scan the QR code on screen. You can win a VIP experience for 2 at an NBL Finals game. Get involved as part of Champion Pride Round in the Hungry Jacks NBL. NBL.com.au/win or the QR code on screen. Great to see plenty of colour in the building tonight as the NBL celebrates diversity and inclusion and welcomes everyone into the Hoops family. See the Champion Pride logo on the breast of the jersey of Keondre Cook. And a man who is a 90+% free throw shooter splits them at the line and makes it a tied ball game.
His confidence is down, man. He needs to see that ball go in the hole, knock down a couple of threes, get himself going.
Montrezl Harrell loses the handle, trying to make that patented move work again.
Playing a little too loose, Adelaide. Brisbane is doing a good job of making them pay.
Can't get it to go, Cook, but Smith-Milner's there to put it back in. They've led it quarter time in their past 5 outings, the Adelaide 36ers.
You can hear a pin drop in the entertainment centre.
They go back to Harrell, who puts it up over Smith-Milner. Not the first time, but gets it the second. He finally got the call that he wanted, and it's tied at 20 with 1 to come.
This crowd is stunned. And if I'm Mike Wells, getting stuck into the team at quarter time. These are trap games, Cope, so we spoke about it. It's human nature. You have that little seed in your mind when you see the opposition who is decimated by injuries in key areas as well, where you think, even if we play at 50% of what we're capable of, we should still get the job done. And right now, that's how they've played this first quarter.
What they don't understand is Brisbane still have a chance to make the top 6. So they're going to play hard now.
Yeah, still got stuff to play for the Brisbane Bullets. 1 point lead. Cook comes downhill and finishes.
Very impressive first quarter from Brisbane. They've taken 10 threes. It's no surprise what they're doing.
1. Here we go, fellas. Get lined up, stop.
We know that when they're at their best, Pete, when they're rolling, when they're humming, they are a high-powered offensive team.
Well, they still have those weapons. Cook, Prater, Josh Adams can get hot.
More importantly, though, what they've done is they've held Adelaide with 31% from the field, 5 of 16. So they're playing on both ends of the floor.
He misses another free throw, Keondre Cook. Sunday Detch from half court. That one is not going to go. And the Brisbane Bullets have come out undermanned in enemy territory, and they lead at the end of the first frame. Quarter time in Adelaide. It's Brisbane 22 to the 36ers 21.
Welcome back to the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Seesawing opening quarter. 8 lead changes, 6 times tied, and Brisbane hold a 1-point buffer at quarter time, 22-21. We did see last week when the Brisbane Bullets played that they were able to match it with Melbourne for the first quarter, but it went south after that given the lack of personnel that they have. So the question is, can they keep this going?
Yeah, it'll be a mighty effort if they can, Case. Great start for the Brisbane Bullets. They've certainly got themselves in the frame. It's Keondre Cook jabbing and trying to probe his way into the defence.
Well, they have to stay out of foul trouble too. Cook and Norton, 2 fouls each. Schuler knows they're very thin on the bench. Only played really Isaac White. Callum Dalton played 1 minute. What's helping them out is that Adelaide cannot buy one.
Even there. Good defence from Smith-Milner as Lat Mayen misses the layup. Contested as it was, and then the pass off the hands of Davis. And you see 5 of 19 in that opening quarter and a bit for the 36ers. 9 of 21 Brisbane, 3 of 11 from downtown. Adelaide 1 from 6, 10 of 11 at the stripe for Sixers.
Just didn't seem like Adelaide have a lot of energy. I mean, the crowd's trying to get them going, but they're not pushing that ball. DJ, they're not.
They normally play different at home. They get the crowd involved. Everyone's standing still once again. And that's what happens.
They're just waiting for it to happen, and it ain't happening. It's happening for Keondre Cook at the other end.
It's 5 times already in this game. Yes, you've got the advantage, but everyone is just ball watching offensively. When that ball goes into the post.
Case, quick question. What's that crowd like? I mean, it seems like the guys aren't playing with a lot of energy tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Coach, but the crowd, well, I think they're expectant. You're right, it has been rather quiet here, just not the start Adelaide were after. And now foul on Kendrick Davis, which is going to be his first personal. But I can tell you, when they opened the doors here tonight, it was almost like a stampede. It is the hottest ticket in town at the moment, and people were keen to get to their seats as soon as they opened the doors because they love the pre-game, they love watching Montrez and Kendrick warm up. So they certainly arrived here with plenty of expectation, but credit to Brisbane, who are doing a good job at the moment.
Keondre Cook hits a couple more.
Starting to get rolling now, Keondre Cook. 16 points between him and Prather.
Wouldn't you love to be on a team where you just have to shoot it every time you touch it?
Kendrick Davis coming downhill. Takes some contact on the way through. He's fouled.
That's the only replay. The steal. Keondre Cook. Tell you what, that's tough to do. Off the right leg on the right-hand side.
We have a coach's challenge.
We're going to get a coach's challenge here.
The third foul on Mitch Norton as adjudicated.
Which is exactly why he's challenging it, because it's an and one. You're not really saving anything normally, but 3 fouls on Mitch Norton would be very hurtful for Brisbane going forward.
Mike Wells getting ready to talk it over with his team as we see the AAMI coach's challenge. Mitch Norton takes a swipe at the ball behind Kendrick Davis.
Oh, nothing in that.
Has he got a piece of
he might ever so slightly.
This is the key camera. Does Ken Widgeon get in the wrong place at the wrong time?
Oh, he does. Definitely got him on the shoulder.
Got him on the shoulder. Thank you so much to our performers here tonight. As we mentioned, you can see 21.
That's for the sneaky around the back.
Right there. Gets on the shoulder. There's not much in it. You can see it on the baseline angle. It's one of those ones where if it's not called in live play, you're fine with it. but trying to overturn a challenge might make it a little harder. Ready? Right there.
Wanting a fly. But he did it, so. Okay.
I like it.
Wrong again, Pete.
No, I like it. You don't want to see that called.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Basket, no one had it. We would start with a jump ball, but because it goes in. Yeah, correct.
Let's get to Scott Butler in the review centre. Scott, talk us through that one.
All right, guys. So when you review this play, there is almost negligible contact to the top of the shoulder. The contact is so slight that it has no impact on the shot whatsoever. So we take that foul away. Because the basket goes in, we restart the game from the baseline.
Thanks, Scott, and Brisbane cash in at the other end. So 4-point lead to the Bullets. As Kay said, it's been a topsy-turvy affair, back and forth, seesawing in the early stages. Vasiljevic trying to cut back into that margin to make it 2.
That's better execution offensively. A little bit more side to side, a down screen. Ball movement, player movement. There's been a few times this season Kendrick Davis has drawn an offensive foul by getting hit in the face. He crawls up and in.
They're doing it right. They're right. Post him up and go at him.
Second foul on Casey Prather now too. So Prather's got 2, Cook's got 2, Norton's got 2. So a little bit to manage for Justin Schuller and the Bullets.
He's only playing 6 players, so the majority are going to be played close to 40 minutes. Good hustle there.
Yeah, some terrific hustle.
But you hear he called it out. That was a bad shot.
Yeah.
You can get that shot at any point. You're not making Brisbane have to work defensively.
So a lethargic start here for the Adelaide 36ers. And the Bullets taking advantage of it so far. 7 for Cook, 9 for Prather. Cook trying to add 2 more. Mayen secures the rebound, then almost coughed it up. He's out there with Davis, Humphries, Harrell and Vasiljevic, so the starting 5 for Adelaide. Cook, Norton, Adams, Smith, Melder and Prather. Is Brisbane starting 5 as Lat Mayen gives us another lead change.
Breakdown defensively from Brisbane. Montrez, they were trying to get it into the post. Casey Prather knew that. The mismatch down low. Lat Mayen said, okay, if you're not going to respect me, I'll knock it down.
So 30-29, the Sixers are back in charge. Mike Wells talking to his team. Jason Kadee provides so much veteran experience. He caught up with John Casey to talk about the Sixers' first-year head coach.
The other rookie, in inverted commas, in your team is the coach, Mike Wells. What improvements have you seen in him as a coach from first day one to where we are now?
I think a lot of where we've gone with the group has been on him. Obviously, we didn't have our full group for a lot of the year at times, so it made it hard for him to necessarily move the group forward when we were getting pulled back at times. But part of the simplifying process was we had a meeting, we talked about things that we were struggling with as a group, and he took that on board and we came out of that and really applied it, and he's kind of kept moving the group forward each day, but not by going over the top. I think when this group gets too much information, it goes the wrong way, and he's a basketball purist, so he just wants everything to be so great. But I think he's done a great job himself of just tying things back a little bit and making sure everyone understands what we need to do, and let's go execute that.
Interesting points that he makes. You know, they had that honesty session at the start of January when they found themselves in a bit of a hole. Sometimes it can be a short-term fix. Clearly, it's been something reasonably sustainable for the 36ers. Milner laces a triple from outside, puts Brisbane back on top.
I tell you what, I hope Adelaide don't think they can just turn it on, turn it off, because Brisbane still have some talent on that floor.
They're all going to play loose with the sense of freedom, because right now the way that Schuller is substituting or is not substituting is there's no really such thing as a bad shot. Although that could be it.
But didn't you say that Brisbane have beaten Adelaide twice this year?
Twice this year in the last 3 occasions. Humphries spins and has it spin out. Adams the other way. Round 11, round 13. By 19 in round 11, by 21 in round 13. Of course, the first time they met, it was almost the replacements for Adelaide. It was Isaac Humphries and who else? And they're still getting back to full strength the second time.
Well, the measure is going to be how Adelaide respond to this. I mean, everyone's saying how great Adelaide can be. Yes, they can be, but when you're playing against tougher teams, and you got to go on the road next week and the week after, then we'll be able to tell where Adelaide stands and what kind of team we're dealing with.
Just looking at a couple of the body language around as well. You talk about them being flat. The problem with that is, yes, it can be just confined to this game, but what we've seen with Adelaide is that can be a lingering issue. If they struggle through this game and maybe just scrape away a win, or the worst case scenario happens for them and they lose, what happens then going forward? Coming into this game, they were one of the hottest teams in the league.
Yeah. And wins solve a lot of problems.
And they'll all be sitting around in an airport lounge tomorrow morning, getting ready for a flight to Melbourne. Because, of course, they play the South East Melbourne Phoenix on Sunday.
Their first game back at John Cain Arena as well.
Yep. So equal game high 4-point lead here for Brisbane. We've had 9 lead changes. It's never been bigger than 6 either side. Humphries has that one fall off the front of the rim, but he will go to the line.
Thanks, mate.
He's missed a couple of bunnies that he should have made, so.
Simple offense. Just clear out the side. Side pick and roll. Hit the big fella.
You can see the frustration on his face as well as he saw that one fall off.
Thank goodness for their free throws. Yeah, 11 of 12 at the stripe.
One.
Jarrell Martin not playing tonight with a calf injury. Doesn't sound like that's too serious, but a worry at this time of the year nonetheless.
And he started to fit in now. I mean, it took him a little time to get in shape and figure out his role. But he comes in, he rebounds well, he knocks down the 3, he plays big, so they miss him.
He may not have been Sydney Kings' Jarrell Martin. Number 4 on Derek Rucker's top 15 sort of level Jarrell Martin, but 20 minutes a game and that big spot, replacing 8 points, 4 rebounds, the ability to shoot it. It's not easily done.
Absolutely, and what you do is you're giving that guy in front of you some time to get a blow, but then you know, as long as you maintain that aggression on the floor, then it's great.
Alan Dalton rather uncharitable to our camera operator on the baseline there. Here is Dalton, who's, of course, signed with the Bullets very late in the piece. He's that concussion replacement player for Terrell Harrison, who unfortunately we're not seeing anytime soon. Gives them back a 4-point advantage.
And Brisbane, you got to give it to Brisbane. They've done a good job in just they're playing at their own tempo. They're maintaining, you know, a good level offensively and defensively.
They've junked it up too, and Adelaide's just playing right into their hands. The couple of possessions Adelaide's got side to side, a little ball screen action. They've got whatever they want.
Carroll on the block, outside to Davis. 5 on the shot clock, takes some contact, gets it inside, floats it home.
He's so quick off the dribble. He gets where he needs to be to make that shot.
All kinds of shifty is Kendrick Davis. And Isaac White loses it underneath.
Tell you what, I know they got a couple of foul calls the last few possessions. That looked like the easiest one of them all. Perfect look at it here. Big Kendrick Davis. Oh, what a ball being right across that left elbow. We've seen that call before.
So 2-point game, Friday night hoops in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Davis is off, of course, first of a doubleheader this evening. South East Melbourne, Perth to come. It is a summer shootout game for Brisbane. They need to beat 111 to take the 50 grand off the Cairns Taipans, as that one's around and out for White. And Harrell brings it up the floor a little bit gingerly. Takes some contact from Adams.
That's 2 fouls for Josh Adams now as well. So Norton, Adams, Prather, Cook, and Cal Dalton all have 2 fouls.
Shula. That's what give everyone else 2 fouls. Gee.
Slowed down their pace from the opening couple of minutes when they had 5 in 3 minutes, but still fouling at will here, the Bullets. Davis gets inside and might have just flat-tired himself there as he tries to fix the orange of his shoes.
Opposite colours.
Don't mind it. You're going to go different, go really different.
You can do whatever you want when you're Kendrick Davis as well.
Walking shirtless, just roll your own way.
Never seen that before, Joel.
Love it.
A lot of NBL never seen that before.
If I look like that with the shirt off, Pete, I'd go that way as well, as Montrezl Harrell slides inside and gets it to go, ties it at 36.
This is what the crowd's waiting on.
They need energy plays like this because it is so flat inside the entertainment centre. We haven't seen this. Even games where they've been struggling, the crowd still gets behind them for some highlight plays and gets up and about. They came in here expecting a massive win.
Yep.
And Brisbane Bullets have outperformed them in this opening half.
Scan the QR code on screen to win a signed Scottie Pippen jersey or a signed Carmelo Anthony jersey, of course, as part of our summer shootout. Scan that QR code on screen and enter now. The final shootout game a little bit later tonight. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix and the Perth Wildcats. And, of course, the Brisbane Bullets shooting for glory in this one. Handed can for league with that 111 to 80 earlier in the month. You pick the Cairns Taipans in December to win the summer shootout, I'd say you're doing pretty well. Maybe buy a lottery ticket this weekend. Brisbane have it and lose it. Cook down to White, time winding down, fading away, chucks it off the backboard, no good.
Tough shot.
Slow going offensively for both teams, both shooting under 40% from the field. Both shooting under 32% from 3. As Keandre Cook steps his way through with a beautiful move.
That's a great drive by him. Get a good shot.
You're also spot on, Coast, when you talk about there's a little bit of a silver lining individually. When you're an import and your team's missing so many players, you know there's only going to be a sub for you maybe once or twice a game, and you can't take a bad shot, your eyes light up.
Absolutely.
The most verdant of green lights. Absolute green beacon for Keandre Cook and Casey Prather.
Face up, couple jab steps.
Good defense from Sunday Dedge. Geez, an important player to this Adelaide team. Guards multiple positions.
Yeah, he takes on this challenge, yo.
38 apiece, Davis. No good.
37.5% from the field. Brisbane not that much better. At 41. Hasn't been the prettiest first half, but again, if you're Brisbane, you're stoked.
It is a rock fight. Oh, and Montrez has that one go all the way around the world.
What's going on here?
Bit of the old Happy Gilmore. Is that goal regulation size or what? As Isaac White gets it to go.
I haven't seen this many roll around the rim. Have a look at this. That's Leonard Copeland on the 18th green. Oh. Just cannot sink him. Doesn't matter how close he is.
That's the 7th putt too, Pete.
That thing's rolling out. Just got a great approach game, but as soon as he gets up there right next to the hole, no good.
Why won't you go back to your home ball?
Wow.
Here we go.
Isaac White opening his account, 1 of 6, 22 points the last time he was here. The Adelaide boy started his first game in his NBL career and lit it up in that win for the Bullets. Vasiljevic back the other way, floats it home.
That's the play they've been scoring at. A little down screen for Vasiljevic. He knocked the 3 off it. He's turned the corner a couple times with a pocket pass.
Prather's fouled on that play. Adams hits the 3, but it won't count. Pleased to see that one go down, Josh Adams. He's 1 of 5 from the field. Isaac White's 1 of 6.
Prather going to get a bonus 2 here.
And the one thing they've taken away is transition baskets. Adelaide don't have a lot of transition baskets. They're pushing the ball down the floor, getting layups.
Just the 2 fast break points tonight for the 36ers.
There you go.
An area of the game that they do specialise in. And Brisbane haven't given them the opportunities, coach. Just the 4 turnovers. And only...
Well, that's a key. When you're undermanned and you get this sense of freedom and you talk about the ultimate green light, as long as you get a shot every time down the floor, you trust that you've got enough guys there who can still knock it down, you're going to be in with a shot.
Don't limit the mistakes. Great defense from Adams. Vasiljevic kept it in somehow. White's coming away with it. Cook at the other end. Foul on the play.
It's going to be an offensive, I think.
What? No. He's gathering on his shot.
Offensive foul.
The amount of times that Kendrick Davis, he crawls up and he always gets hit in the face.
What else can Kendrick... What else can Cooks do on that?
I think it's just something that Davis has figured out, a way that he gets those calls. He just crawls right up and in with his size. It happens so often.
I don't know.
I'm with you, though. I know he's trying to do a Euro step and go around, and he's obviously taller than Davis.
But if he's in front of Davis and Davis catches up...
3 on Keondre Cook as well. Harrell, not the first time, gets it the second. We're tied at 42.
I got to get some clarity on that one.
3 for Dalton, 3 for Cook in the foul department as Brisbane head toward half-time. 11-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Tristan Devers, the youngster. The teenager can't hit the 3 ball. And Adelaide will have the final say. Trailed by 1 at quarter time. Came into this game on a 3-game winning streak. 3 seconds left for Davis, who calmly steps up to the plate and drives a home run to take us to half-time. 45-42, Sixers ahead at the half. And at least in a half that's been tough going for them on the offensive end, they end it with a highlight.
And he needed that. He absolutely needed that shot to go to feel good about the second half.
Copy that. So it is the Adelaide 36ers who lead by 3. John Casey, let's get down to you.
Thanks, Joel. I'm with Torrey Smith-Milner here at the moment. A lot of character from the Bullets. They're a tough way to finish the half, though.
Yeah, that was my fault. I had to step up a little bit higher knowing he's a 3-point shooter.
And how are you finding it? You're up against the big guys. Isaac Humphries giving away a lot of sentiment, a lot of power to Montrez. You got your hands full?
Yeah, it's a tough battle down there, just trying to do what I can do to limit them on what they can do.
But you'd be happy with where you're at the moment as well, because that's a great fighting first half.
Yeah, we just got to clean up a couple of things here and there, but yeah, we're in a pretty good position right now, so just got to replicate it in the second half.
Good to see you back in Adelaide.
Thank you.
Torrey Smith-Milner there from the Brisbane Bullets, giving Adelaide all they can handle at the moment. The 36ers on top, 45-42 at the half. We've got more for you from a sold-out Adelaide Entertainment Centre right after this.
Well, 10 lead changes and 7 ties in the first half. It's been a back and forth affair in Adelaide. Plenty of colour in the building as the NBL celebrates Pride Round, and Kendrick Davis with a big 3 to walk them off to half-time gives Adelaide a 3-point lead at the main break. 45-42, Joel Peterson, Pete Hooley, Leonard Copeland with you. Friday night hoops. Gentlemen, it's been a struggle offensively.
Yeah, struggle's a nice way to put it. It's been an ugly first half. And again, give a lot of credit to the Brisbane Bullets. They've come out there with a game plan. They're playing loose. They're taking a lot of 3 balls. On Adelaide, this game is so much more important to them. I know they're up, but they cannot be happy with that first 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're right, Peter. If you're Brisbane, you got to be happy with the way you're playing and lack of players. You've come out and you're playing the game the way you want to play. But they got to stay out of foul trouble. They got guys in foul trouble. They got to come out this third quarter and play, shoot the ball well, and stay out of foul trouble.
So 45 points for the Adelaide 36ers. Kendrick Davis has 15 of them. He features in our Hungry Jacks halftime highlights. More of the same from the star import coach.
Yeah, it is. Look, he's a superstar. He's not playing great right now, but he's getting guys involved. He's missed a couple of wide open shots, but that last 3, he has to feel good about himself. But he gets to where he wants to. He's so quick, no one can really stay in front of him, and he gets to those spots where he can score the rock.
That's the key, isn't it, Coach? When he wants to, he's going to find where he wants to get to on the floor, whether it's a 3-ball step back he wanted there. Look at the Blackmore shot chart. It's those 3 green dots in the keyway. He's just turning the corner. He plays at his own pace. When he gets there, you just got to defend and hope he misses, but he's just so crafty of getting to those positions on the floor.
And he has loved playing in front of the Adelaide crowd this season. He had a little interesting Instagram post as well recently. Pete, maybe a little bit of posturing going on here.
Well, it was weird talking to the fans. If this was my last game in Adelaide tonight, referring to now, I want to say thank you to the unbelievable fans for embracing me as your own. Now, what's weird for me on this is, yes, they won't probably get a play-in home game, but if you make a semi-final and you want to win a championship, you're going to get some home games.
Man, this guy's trying to get his money, and he deserves it. He deserves it. You know, the funny thing is, if Adelaide don't sign him, other teams are interested, and they will grab him.
Well, they are talking to him. There's a multi-year deal I think they're trying to figure out. It'd be great for the league. It'd be great for Adelaide. But still, they want to win a championship. You've got to go play home games at one point to do that.
He knows what he's doing, B. Come on,
It's
man.
very tactical from Kendrick Davis. The other side of things is Casey Prater. He's got 11 points for the Brisbane Bullets to lead them in scoring, and particularly in that first half, Coach, he was very dangerous.
He's strong, man. And look, he knocks down the 3. We asked the question, is he a better shooter? Pete, you played with him, I think. He's a better shooter now than he was when he played for Melbourne United, but he goes at his own pace. That little jab step, he's strong, he gets to his spots. He's dangerous, man. And when he's going, generally the Brisbane Bullets are going.
Those years I got to play with him, he was all about finishing through contact, dunking on people. Now he just rises up, knocks it down, and he's a much more efficient shooter.
He's a big part of the Brisbane Bullets. They trail by 3 at the half, 45-42. Plenty of colour and excitement coming up on the other side of the break. Sixers by 3. Don't go anywhere.
As you know, we're part of the Adelaide Fringe to bring you our entertainment news for Australia's Biggest Arts Festival, Adelaide Fringe. Fair 21 to March 23 for tickets. Go to AdelaideFringe.com.au. And as you know, our very own Isaac Humphries has his show too. championship game is always special. Not for me. I was sorry. Always like to win. If I pick the score. It was really good W tonight. Yeah, well, it was great to go for me. Find that big forward threat. If you notice this in yourself, or not, if you prove the game, .com,
I'm very proud to be in a league that is willing to be at the forefront. Between NBL and Champion, they come together so well and are so willing to spearhead in this space, and it's really nice for me to be a part of it. There will be people who will see this round and see us being proud to wear a rainbow and see rainbow on the court, and will literally save a life. Really special to be a part of, and it's just about celebrating our community who, you know, have been through a little bit. That's it. A sporting environment is very intense, it's very high pressure, and people aren't always great, and that is just the reality of it. The amount of people that reach out to me, people do see me as a safe space to come and share their stories. I think that's really special to me. I try so hard to do so much with this platform I've been given, but of course I have my hard days and my tough days, and I just have to hang out with my dog and just check out for a bit. My golden retriever, Kaya, is the best. If that dog could speak, yeah, she's seen me go through a lot. She's the best.
Humphries has been the go-to man.
It was such a tough situation because I had done so much work on figuring out myself away from basketball and learning so much about myself that I couldn't go backwards just because I wanted to be on a team and that sort of thing. So it was like, well, I'm going to commit and do it all, or don't play basketball anymore. And then we go back to that stat of like people falling out of sport because they don't feel welcome and all that stuff. So I wanted to change that and be an example and show people that you can be gay and still a great basketball player and still be confident and be friends with all your teammates. And it has changed so much, but in such a positive way. I've grown to teach the boys a lot of stuff and they are very inquisitive. I have some really strong active allies in my team. I honestly believe every single one of my teammates would have my back in any situation. Yes, it defines me so proudly, but sometimes it just doesn't have to. I'm just still a teammate to my brothers, you know?
Well, he may have been born in Sydney, but he's been embraced here by the Adelaide community right through South Australia. Isaac Humphries, not only for what he does on the floor, and tonight 10 points, 4 rebounds here at half-time, but what he does in the community as well, not only in terms of the Pride round, but also his musical talents, a Fringe show. He's a very popular man here in South Australia, and that right now they'd like him to have a season high and try and drag themselves away from a pesky Brisbane who are giving Adelaide all they can handle, and full credit to the Bullets who came here undermanned, need a win to keep their playoff hopes alive, and they should be very proud of what they've come up with in this first half as well, Joel.
Absolutely, Case. Thank you. And yeah, Isaac Humphries, his popularity is only going to grow if he can lead Adelaide into a deep playoff run. Of course, this is the first leg of a Friday night doubleheader in the Hungry Jacks NBL as we celebrate Champion Pride round. Perth and Southeast Melbourne in the rainbow jungle tonight. They're changing all the colours of the seats for the occasion. And the occasion is a big one. Between 4th and 5th on the table, the last of the summer shootout games. There's a little bit in what is still to come tonight, Pete.
There's a lot to play for in that one. Potentially a double chance play-in game. Avoid the elimination 5v6 for one of those teams.
And it's hard enough to win in Perth anyway, but Perth have lost the last 2 at home. Man.
Double OT, of course. Hendrick Davis trying to get started where he finished in the first half. He's got 15 points to lead all scorers. Humphries has 10. Prather leads Brisbane with 11.
That's a good-looking shot by Prather. 2 wide open.
4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from downtown. Casey Prather. Matt Mahan with the step through. hesitation from Mayan. 10 lead changes, 7 ties in that first half. Adelaide's biggest lead 6, Brisbane's biggest lead 4. Gives you a bit of an indication. In fact, Adelaide's biggest lead is 5, where it is at the moment. So it has been close throughout proceedings tonight.
And the crowd's trying to get going. Adelaide play off of this crowd. A couple of threes, a couple of dunks, and you're right back in it. So
14th sellout for them this season, 9 and 4 at home. Coming into tonight, Cook over Harrell. He stepped on the sideline.
Here we go! Move!
Trez talking to the crowd, trying to get them going, coach. You're right. They need to get the crowd behind them. Try and pull away from this Brisbane team that's fought very hard to this point.
Dragged them down into the rock fight so far, the Brisbane Bullets. Davis to the corner. Mayan baseline, looking for Davis, taken away by Norton. Adams pulls it out to Cook. He puts the head down, tough drive, no good on the finish.
That's how you know that Josh Adams is still dealing with a little bit of injuries and rehabbing from that. For his time with Tasmania, he's Euro-stepping, jumping off, taking off from deep.
Hit-ahead pass from Adams. Norton goes sliding across the court. That's going back with Adelaide. That's got to be a foul, right? Foul. That looked like pass interference.
I'd love to see that again.
Hendrick Davis playing cornerback.
Didn't mean to do it. He was just going back with the ball, but the contact was there.
That's a penalty from the spot of the foul, Pete.
Oh, we've seen that called plenty of times.
Shouldn't be talking football to a Giants supporter in the postseason, though. I apologise.
Jones, okay.
Harrell on the block, over Prater, bounces it home. Game high 7-point lead to the Adelaide 36ers. Prater at the other end with another tough one. He's got 13. First points of this second half for the Bullets. That'll go back with Brisbane.
Great hands. So just a little bit here from Brisbane. They get a score, get a stop.
Both teams have done really well with turnovers, so love to see Brisbane come down and make Adelaide play some defense. Move that ball from side to side. Play at their own pace.
Well and truly undermanned as Keandre Cook strokes one. Twelve points for Cook.
That's
should count.
Vasiljevic on the blow-by.
What?
It will count.
That's good, that's good.
It's similar to the one in the first half that I thought should have counted as well. You hear? Legends saying they're going to talk about it. The referees are talking about it.
Scored a goal. I'm on the other side. I can't give him an opinion.
There's the foul. He's already picked it up. That's a continuation.
Well, if that's a continuation, the other one was a continuation as well.
Which you thought it should have been.
I know.
Thank you, Joel.
Well,
Thank you.
You didn't make a big argument about it.
It was a medium argument.
Medium.
Sometimes, Joel, I'm glad that you're here to keep this professional.
Sometimes. 51-47. DJ misses the foul shot. Great to have you with us tonight. Pete Hooley, Leonard Copeland in commentary. John Casey on the sideline. Corner three ball from Norton's well and truly off the mark. Humphries with another rebound. That's his 5th. Davis has 15, 3 and 4. He drops it off to Harrell, who is fouled and a little bit sore.
Top one in the face.
That's Josh Adams. Is that number 4 on him?
Yeah, he's had a couple of
No, he's
foul games. So there's Harrell still down. Top one across the face. Nancy Prater went for the steal. Now Harrell's eyes light up.
I know he got a foul. I don't know whether he got hit in the eye or something like that, but I've got to give the player time to recover. It's also possible.
The fouls on Josh Adams, I was wondering if it was maybe Norton who got him in the face initially.
Adams is subbed out of the game.
Adams 4 fouls hurts. Callum Dalton has 3 fouls in 3 minutes.
Andre Cook's got 3. He's still out there. Montrezl Harrell goes to the free throw line. 10 and 7 so far on the evening for Harrell. 16 and 9 last time they met Brisbane. 26 and 8 on Sunday against New Zealand. He dominated proceedings, Coates.
He's dynamic, man. I mean, one of the best rebounders we've had out here.
They're right there from Mitch Norton with the right hands. It's taking him so long to recover from.
Eagle eyes from our crew behind the scenes to spot that one.
He reminds me of a Mark Davis sort of player when it comes to rebounding. Got the same physique, strong, goes after every rebound.
Rebounding an effort thing, right? And we see that when that ball goes up, he just hunts it. Andre Cook just got one in the eye down the other end.
Prather from deep. A little bit too deep, came up short. Harrell guarded by Prather at the other end. Davis swings it and swings it away. 2-on-1 fast break here. Isaac White races up the floor and lays it in.
Again, this crowd's looking for a reason to get up and ride this team home. But every time they look like they're going to go on a little bit of a charge, Brisbane have answered back, and then a couple of missed shots like that leaves the door open.
Neither team's led by more than 7. Isaac White is having his say. Tied ball game at 52. Timeout, Mike Wells and Adelaide.
Oh, just when you think you've seen it all and there's no more surprises in this season, there's always something.
You've been there long enough, Pete, you know.
There's always something. Here's the Amy replay. Kendrick Davis, he's short on that. He's 5 of 15. Isaac White, feet set in the corner. Big knockdown.
So a big hit from Isaac White, the hometown hero, coming back to Adelaide for the Brisbane Bullets. Ties the game at 52. Now, speaking of hometown heroes, they don't get any bigger than the woman who's with John Casey.
Thanks, Joel. Yes, it is Pride Round in the NBL, brought to us by Champion, and someone who's done a lot of great work in that space is the Adelaide 36's #1 ticket holder. Great to see you, Erin.
Great to be here, Case, as always.
And it's a tough game for the 36ers at the moment. They're going to need their #1 ticket holder to bring some energy.
Well, I share the role with the great Ken Cole, but look, I think we've just got to get a bit of offensive rhythm. It's a great crowd, so a lot of great atmosphere for Pride Round, so hopefully we can find something in this, next 5.5 minutes.
I say you've done a lot of great work for Pride Round in the AFLW as well as the NBL. What's so important about that?
Look, sport is a game for everybody, and if we can make it such a safe and inclusive environment, which it is, it's a game for the people. So it's great to see the colours out here represented, and something that really proud about.
Now, a lot of people know you as an AFLW champion and premiership winner, but we know you as a world champion with the Opals in 06 and 2-time WNBA champion as well. So, and you're going to suit up NBL 1 Central with Woodville this season.
Yeah, the Mighty Warriors, so looking forward to that. I'm not sure my knees really agree with me, but my mind still wants to give it a go. But it's great to be back on the basketball court. Love basketball still, and so much more I want to give back to both sports.
Well, great to have you here. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Case.
Absolutely outstanding to have Erin Phillips suiting up in the NBL 1 Central this season under coach Vicky Dolby.
Can't wait for that.
Absolute superstar.
Wasn't she? Both sports, but growing up, it's all about the hoops.
You would have been a fan, Pete.
Absolutely.
Cheerleader on the side.
A couple of premierships for the Mighty Crows too. What an absolute Wonder Woman Erin Phillips is. She has done some terrific work in the inclusion and diversity space as well.
They're going to have to reset the shot clock here. There's longer than 0.1 on it. Good defense from Harrell to contest that Casey Prather shot. So they're going to review it.
Adelaide need a couple of big threes by DJ to get this crowd going, man. And those are the kind of plays that they're waiting on. An explosion.
0.8.
Davis, as I said, 5 of 15 from the field for his 15 points. So 0.8 on the shot clock, enough time to catch and shoot. 0.3 is the cutoff.
Got a couple of weapons who can certainly do that. Norton is one, and he drains it. Mitch Norton, 11th lead change of the game. Brisbane back in front.
That's a great shot by Norton. 3 for 5 from the three-point line.
I always say it, he hits them when they matters. He makes the third of his threes, but Mitch Norton hits big shots.
When they matters.
When they matters, yes. Plural. Well, it's still early going, Pete. I've got a little bit of time to learn English before this game expires. Smith-Milner gets a shove underneath.
It's going to be a foul on Vasiljevic. Here's the North 3. You love that they understand you can still get a shot off. Kendrick Davis went down. He wasn't happy. He was looking for a call. Got tripped up by Montrez, it looked like. And again, this crowd is just stunned. It's just an awesome job by the Bullets.
I don't see the fight in Adelaide, though. I don't see the...
Smith-Milner from outside. Now they've got a real fight on their hands.
Not so much the fight. I don't see the hurt with plays like that when Brisbane have been capitalising that you're frustrated, but your defence is not up to par in the game. You're right. This is not the Adelaide 36ers we saw in the last couple of games.
11-2 run for Brisbane. And it's been the question mark on Adelaide all season. It's sort of been the knock is, have they got that resolve? Oh,
here we go.
Can they stand up?
Here we go.
Smith-Milner hits another big three.
He's 4 of 5, 14 points. Let's get a heat check from the big fella.
Equal game high lead for either side now at 7, and it is with Brisbane. Remember, Adelaide can eliminate the Bullets with a win tonight. The Bullets playing to keep their season alive, and that is just sloppy.
Here's the Amy replay. Smith-Milner, you know he can stretch out and shoot it. That one's deep. Had a smile back to the bench. Do they go back to him again here? You have to get him involved.
He knew that thing was down before he got there. He was on the way back.
I reckon he'll love hitting them in Adelaide as well. Of course, he fell out of the rotation midway through the season last year for the 36ers after the coaching change. Prather from outside now.
Well, that's just a man who hasn't been available for too many heat checks in his career. What are you doing rolling to the rim? You've got to pop.
Had a great weekend last weekend. Career high in rebounds once and then bettered it in the second game. Kadee underneath. Mayan lays it home. Now Prather answers right back.
Yeah, all over the shop defensively, the 36ers. They're all pointing at each other. They're all arguing between each other. There is just no one on the same page.
And that's the problem we were speaking about, Pete. They're a great team when they're winning, but when things aren't going well, what do we get?
And that's the fear with the way this game is going and what we've seen this year. I know there's been injuries, there's been suspensions, there's been all of that, but when we see a game like this, they normally stay in a rut for a little bit, and they can't afford to do that. They were heading towards finishing off the season, peaking at the right time, playing their best basketball, and they've fallen right back into it in this one. Offensively, they've been all over the shop. Defensively, no communication.
And body language is terrible at this stage. You're losing. This is when you need those veteran guys to pull him one in and say, look, we're not out of this game, let's pick it up. But if you're going to be a championship team, you can't have this kind of body language. Heads are down, guys going to the sideline, not wanting to high five.
Last 4 minutes, it is 16-4 Adelaide. Harrell's got 12 and 7. 15 of 19 at the free throw line now, the 36ers. Brisbane 7 of 9 at the other end. .2:15 remaining in this third period. Brisbane making their run. Isaac White's a little bit heavy with that.
And that's what they don't need, individual heroes.
Oh, Montrezl Harrell's put a wedgie up there.
Isaac White's trying to get some things going as Smith-Milner comes out. He rolled 3 times after knocking down 2 threes. You cannot do it. You've got to get at least a heat check because he's gone out now He's got 14 points. Keandre Cook has 4 fouls. Josh Adams has 4 fouls. Where's the offense going to come from? Besides Casey Prather.
Devers out there, Dalton out there. He's got 3 fouls as well, and it's just going to have to be Prather. He sizes it up, flings it cross court to White. White fading away, no good.
Got to shoot that 3. Got to shoot the first one when Kendrick Davis cheated over the turnouts.
Davis has got 15. Hasn't scored in this third period so far.
Stepped out of bounds. So I think what Justin Schuler's trying to do is just buy a little bit of time here in this last 90 seconds.
Because that lineup right now is not the lineup you need on the floor. If you're expecting some scoring, you got to get some more scores in there, regardless of fouls.
I say White's got to understand. You've got to take that easy one. He had 2 wide open 3 balls.
13 points in this term so far for Adelaide. Brisbane with 21. Trailed by 3 at the half, now lead by 5. Prather for 2 over Detch is fouled.
Mike Wells was looking for a replay. Now he's asked Sunday Detch. Sunday Detch wants this to be looked at. He's not going to get it.
Third foul on Sunday.
I don't like those when the coach is asking for a quick replay. You just got to be honest there. You know whether you fouled him or not.
It's been saying that all year. The worst thing you can do is ask for a replay, and you know you can't, because you're hurting your team. Just be smart about it.
So was Detch who came off and then tried to come back in as they changed the sub.
Cops got to start and stop again before he comes back in. You got to bring Harold back in. He's got to sub out. Here we go.
So Ken Widge is talking to the replay center. When Sunday Detch was originally off, he came off the court, but they wanted to take Trez out. Even if that's not the right person who's supposed to come out, that's what the sub was originally made, and you've got to wait your turn now. So there is a whistle now. You could have if you wanted to change it.
They didn't bring him in.
They didn't. Been happening in Adelaide, coach.
Days of our lives, bro.
Hands in the hourglass. 1:05 remaining in this third period. 7-point Brisbane lead. Humphreys slipping down and it's fouled.
Two shots, fellas.
Fourth foul.
He ran into a truck then. Those Dalton boys don't play, man. Let me tell you.
4 fouls in 4 minutes too, Pete.
No, the record is safe. The record is safe. It's good effort, though.
What is the foul-out record again?
I got asked this last night. Again, 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Cam Toby.
It's actually, you need to utter it on air to be able to send your invoice in. So that's good. We've ticked that box.
What about you, Pete? You ever fouled out?
Didn't play well enough, mate.
Oh, you didn't play any defense, did you?
That's all I played.
Obviously, you forget I coached you. I know you don't play defense.
Well, I would struggle to call it coach.
Well, what else was I doing?
Isaac White, 5 on the shot clock here. Smith-Milner's back into the game, back into the action. Can't get back on the scoreboard. Dalton pulls it down. Important rebounds. White relocates and hits the 3. Game high, 8-point lead to the Bullets.
Their energy is so much more evident than the 36ers, and it's been there all game. Adelaide have not once looked like they've been locked in.
This is a performance of some real merit from this Brisbane team. Grit and determination on the road, undermanned. Davis misses. So Smith-Milner went the little volleyball dig underneath and couldn't get it home, but it'll be foul shots for Kendrick Davis, and 3 of them. Five of 15 for Davis. Hasn't scored in the half until that one.
We got 3 shots. We got 3 shots.
You said it before, Copes. They've got to understand, just flicking a switch, it's not good. Can they flick a switch in the fourth quarter and still probably get a win and get it done nice? Absolutely they can.
But I don't like this body language. I keep saying that. And that's a big thing when you're going into the playoffs, when you're playing against real teams. I shouldn't say real teams. teams.
You said it.
Look at me like that. Teams with their whole lineup. You guys are funny. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Check every feet.
Kind of. Brisbane, they've been enormous though. Prather once again, Cook, Smith-Milner, Isaac White's now in the double figures.
So what have they got here to end this third term? Kendrick Davis walked it off at half-time. 5-point lead. Isaac White from deep, no good. And we will go to three-quarter time with the Brisbane Bullets without their full roster on the road, facing elimination with their backs well and truly up against the wall. Ahead by 5 with a quarter to go. 68-63. Don't go anywhere. Final term is right after this.
Welcome back to the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Rollicking night here in Adelaide. Both teams in front in each of the first three quarters. But as we turn for home, Brisbane up 5 and keeping their slim playoff hopes alive. They cannot afford to drop this game. Otherwise, they miss finals for a 6th straight season. Adelaide desperate to hold on to top 6, maybe even slide a little higher if they can. But they've got their hands full here against this very plucky, tough and a character performance from Brisbane.
Yes, spot on, Case. It has been tough indeed from the Brisbane Bullets, and well, Adelaide need to win if there to be any chance of finishing higher than 6. They can still do so. They need a few things to fall their way, but they need to take care of business here. And Casey Prather's not going to have that without a fight.
And it has to happen on the defensive end too. They gotta play at their pace. They gotta shut Brisbane down, make them miss, and run out. And it's not about being an individual star now and coming out trying to get your numbers.
Great feed from Adams to find Prather underneath.
I'm telling you, if I'm Mike Wells, got 2 timeouts left, I would have considered burning one after that. If that's going to be how your team, who's fighting for a lot more, the way they've been playing, is going to open the 4th quarter when you're down on your home floor, it's not good enough.
It's a game-high lead for Brisbane at 9. Brisbane have lost 5 of 6. Adelaide has won 5 of 7. In fact, 6 of 8 for the 36ers.
And Brisbane are playing with confidence, man. Anytime you've beaten a team a couple of times in a year, even though you don't have your players, you still got a lot of confidence when you go in this building.
2-0 so far in the season series. Brisbane's summer shootout game may not result in the Biggest score so far, but it could be the most consequential win as Casey Praver gets another one.
And
now Mike Wells has seen enough. Time to stop the rot for the Adelaide 36ers, who trail by 11. 8:20 to go in this one. It's Brisbane 74 to Adelaide 63.
And if I'm Mike Wells, I'm doing a stand-up timeout, and I am letting them have a piece of my mind. Getting absolutely stuck into them. This is not good enough.
The problem with that is you got a lot of egos these days.
Oh, yeah, to go the other way.
And with this team, it can go the other way really quickly.
This is where, I mean, Isaac Humphries looks like he's doing the talking now, but Jason Kadee in particular, just being that veteran.
They are a fascinating study of body language. If you're a body language expert, you'd watch this Adelaide team and you would have your money cut out for you.
Well, let's just say I went to school for that, and they don't like each other. I just
What did you just say?
Ah, man, I don't know. I don't know.
What school did you go to?
Georgia State University.
Nice.
So 8 minutes 20 to go. 74-63. The Brisbane Bullets lead by 11. And that was a big timeout for the Adelaide 36ers. What was the mood like there, John Casey?
Really composed, I have to say, Joel. There was input from Kendrick Davis, input from Montrezl Harrell as Adams takes them on and adds to the carnage here. The margin has ballooned out to 13 and alarm bells are ringing, but within the huddle itself, Isaac Humphrey had input. It was a very composed huddle. They know they're under pressure, but they seem to handle that pressure quite well off the court in the huddle. Let's see what they can produce on the floor.
Well, that's a good start.
That's a big shot. And this is when that crowd gets behind you. If Brisbane are smart, they use the clock, they use the ball. Get a good shot every time down the floor. Don't force anything. Don't turn the ball over.
One of the rare defensive breakdowns from Brisbane helping off the strong side corner.
Breaks an 8-0 Brisbane run to start the turn. Josh Adams now, 3 on the clock from way downtown. Ricochets all the way out to Vasiljevic.
That's a terrible shot.
There's 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
Davis down the other end is fouled.
Hey, White, man, 2 shots.
Here's the Amy replay, and we talk about Henry Davis' little ball screen right there, and I'm just not sure what Josh Adams is doing. You've got the ball coming towards you, your strong side corner. You've got to stay home, especially when you've got one of the best shooters in the league standing there with his feet set.
You learn that in under 8. Stay at home on the shooter.
Your position is your help. If you're out of position, well, you're going to give up a layup anyway.
It's been an interesting watch over the last few weeks, the domination of the top 4 in scoring as far as Adelaide goes. They do it all the time. They only score 18.8% of their points from the bench. Tonight, they have 2 bench points.
Terrell Martin being out is going to hurt that.
Oh, dear.
Takeaway for the 36ers. They're not out of this one yet. They've got plenty of firepower. Can they string it all together over this last 7 minutes? A win for them brings an end to Brisbane's season. Bullets trying to keep their hopes alive. And Vasiljevic trying to extinguish them from outside.
There's only a couple of guys that can hurt you from outside. Why are you in no man's land?
Yeah, Mitch Norton was ball watching.
What are they thinking?
So 76-70, the Adelaide 36ers making a little bit of a run at this one with 6 minutes and 50 remaining. Of course, this is the first leg of a doubleheader this evening. Perth and Southeast Melbourne is a massive game coming up next. To preview that one, let's send it over to Lockie Reed and Damien Martin.
Well, everything is on the line tonight, Damien Martin. The Perth Wildcats coming off 2 home games that they have lost. The pressure is all on them.
Absolutely is. You want to take care of business at home. any time during the regular season, but in particular during the pointy end, and in particular when positions on the ladder are up for grabs. I think tonight is a double win. If they can take care of business, they'll leapfrog South East Melbourne, but South East are coming here with a point to prove and looking pretty good.
And they can score the basket as well. I think in their last 6 games, they've scored 100 or more points. So they're looking the goods at the pointy end of the season.
Yeah, and I predict they're going to score 100 plus again tonight. It's just whether the Wildcats can match that. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'll favour the home court slightly, but don't be all that surprised if it becomes 3 in a row in regards to losses for the Wildcats at home.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a rumble in the jungle.
Thanks, Lockie, in the Rainbow Jungle tonight, as well as the NBL celebrates Pride Round. So that one is coming up after we are done here. Who knows, we could be going the distance with the overtime specialist, Leonard Copeland. The Brisbane Bullets lead by 6. 6.5 minutes remaining.
It's a good look too to Prather. There's a defensive breakdown.
Davis around and out again.
Brisbane made some huge mistakes in this last 3 or 4 possessions down the floor. On the offensive end, on the defensive end, taking bad shots, going under screens. This is not the way they got their lead.
7-0 run for Adelaide here. Now they toss it down low to Montrez, who goes at Prather, and he's just too strong on that occasion.
They've got to figure out what they're doing with the post. We saw the possession before the timeout. Mitch Norton, he didn't know whether they were going to double team or not.
15 and 9 for the big fella. Davis has 19, Humphries has 14, Vasiljevic has 15 as well. Another one goes awry for Brisbane, and that's a foul on Kendrick Davis, just his second of the evening.
New Adelaide had another run in them. There's too much talent there not to.
But, Pete, do you think it's smart to wait? It's the 4th quarter, and you're down by a certain amount of points to pick it up. Obviously, they're playing a whole lot better, a whole lot quicker.
And that's a giveaway.
They picked it up defensively. Absolutely not. You'd want this energy from the start. Now the crowd's starting to help them after this last time out. And if you're Brisbane, you've just got to snap back into how you played the first 3.5 quarters. They've been the better team.
So it's back to a 4-point game. Foul on Prather.
Oh, that was a tough one.
23, white, hands foul.
But also, you see what Adelaide's doing. They're letting DJ Vasiljevic be the one who throws it into the post to cause that confusion. If you're going to double team, you leave a knockdown shooter open. You've got to be ready to rotate.
You can't leave that shooter, though. You cannot leave the shooter. They have to double from somebody else.
Brisbane led by 13. The margin is now 2. 11-0 run for the Sixers as they storm back into this one. Norton at the other end is fouled.
That's a smart drive by Norton.
I understand it's 30 point line. You're good. I know, I got you.
Well, I thought they might have already had a game delay warning.
Free throws have been few and far between for the Bullets tonight. 9 of 11. The Sixers 21 of 26. There's Jarrell Martin, who's not out there injured tonight. Unlikely to play against South East Melbourne on Sunday. Norton misses the first. 80% free throw shooter on the season.
Man, they're going to just give them away this game.
Yeah, they have. The last 4 minutes, they've shot themselves in the foot.
And the Adelaide fans and the giant Snoop Dogg disappointed with the lack of burgers. Breaks an 11-0 Adelaide run. Davis to Vasiljevic, who just jacks it with confidence, not with the required touch.
Double now for Smith-Milner, 14 and 10.
New career high in rebounds for Toy. Looked inside, tried to force the pass. Davis takes it away, and in transition, he bricks one. That looked good.
He's 5 of 18. He's had a tough night.
Joe.
Prather! How tough is that?
25 points, 6 rebounds for Casey Prater. Unbelievable. And as Keandre Cook's ready to check back in, I would have brought him in a little earlier. I know he's got 4 fouls.
Davis getting to the cup. This time he scoots inside and lays it home with one to come.
Even on that play there, it's an and one to get you a little bit closer. Great take from Davis. That was another offensive set. 4th foul on Casey Prater. Besides the high five with Montrez, nothing from the rest of the team. Everybody kind of just going about their business.
And even the high five from Montrez came with a little bit of instruction.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a fractious bunch in Adelaide. But I tell you what, they're talented. They can go with any of them. And sometimes you just need to win ugly. Well, as long as you do the first part and win.
If they win this one, I'll be the first one to put my hand up and say it was ugly.
Cook looking for Adams. Single figures on the shot clock. Sizing up Vasiljevic. Getting past him. That'll fall for Josh Adams.
I like that he didn't settle for a step back 3. Put the ball on the floor. Athleticism. They're out by 4 once again.
Hoping to keep their season alive. That one's offline from Vasiljevic.
2 quick shots from DJ.
He's trying to get the crowd involved, but
I get it, but
I know.
Make them play a little bit of defense.
Trying to do it with home runs when singles and doubles might do for Adelaide.
Oh, there's got to be a foul there.
Come on. All kinds of contact for Adams, who snakes his way inside and finishes again.
That's the basketball gods. There was all kinds of contact.
Am I missing something?
Josh Adams.
He goes to the basket, and they blow on him, and he gets fouled. He's all over the people.
Davis no good. Whistle on the play, staying in navy blue. Davis, Humphries, Harrell, Vasiljevic and Detch, the 5 for Adelaide. Cook, White, Adams, Smith, Milner and Prater. Wide open is Sunday Detch. And finally one goes around and around and falls. Four-point game, 2.5 to go. Cook. High arcing shot, pulls down his own miss. Out to White. Isaac White in front of the Adelaide bench.
How good has he been?
That's big.
To think his first one was an air ball.
Against his hometown team, he hits a big shot late in the piece. And this Brisbane team just will not go away. Josh Adams collides with Davis.
That's his night done. That's 5 fouls for Josh Adams. He's been really good too in this 4th quarter.
The back-to-back buckets on those tough finishes.
Still down too. That's more to worry.
Seen a number of rib injuries so far this season, and he got hit midships there.
Yeah, he's got to step up,
So Josh Adams' night, he's done 10 points, 4 of 10 shooting, but a couple of magnificent finishes late in the piece here. 5 rebounds, 4 assists as well for his night. We hope that he's okay. Brisbane's season finishes against Cairns next Thursday.
So Humphries coming out. They're trying to match the small ball of Brisbane.
All right. Okay. Behaviour warning. Behaviour warning, blue bench. White bench.
So the behaviour warning on Justin Schuller. 2:06 remaining. Brisbane trying to keep its season alive. Ball movement from the 36ers is on point. And so is the shot from Vasiljevic.
A couple now in this 4th quarter to keep them close by. But also, let's give a lot of credit here to Mitch Norton. Kendrick Davis has 22 points, but he's 6 of 20 from the field. Mitch Norton has made him work so hard.
Cook underneath. Another tough finish finish on the offensive end for the Bullets. Keandre Cook's going to try and add one more.
This is huge from Brisbane.
Brisbane
to weather this storm.
Yeah, if they want this win, though, they got to take care of the ball, make Adelaide play some defense, don't rush any shots. The best available.
Watch your feet, watch your feet.
Free throw misses, 10 of 14 at the stripe, 6-point game. Brisbane have controlled this second half. Can they hang on? Minute and a half remaining. Davis has got 24. Cook, White, Norton, Smith, Milner, Prather the lineup for Justin Schuller. Bucket here makes it tough.
Oh, good look, miscommunication.
And the touchdown pass from Davis to Harold. 2-point game. Timeout, Brisbane.
Well, that's the last thing you needed from a Brisbane's perspective. A great look, but it missed, and no time came off the clock. Great outlet pass. Have a look at this, miscommunication. That's a great look from Cook. Davis gets the board, and Montrez is gone. Also, good awareness from Keandre Cook just to let that go. He's got 4 fouls. There's no point trying to block that. Just let it go.
Kendrick Davis with 24 and 9. Montrez Harrell with 17 and 10. On the other side of things, Toy Smith-Milner's got 14 and 10. Cook's got 14, 6, 4 and 3 steals. Casey Prather with a game-high 25 and 6 rebounds for the Brisbane Star. And now both coaches have the opportunity to talk it over with their teams. A minute 10 remaining, 2-point ball game. Brisbane trying to keep its very slim postseason hopes alive. And the Adelaide 36ers hoping that they can still have a chance to maybe move up from 6th on the table, if not just about lock it away this evening.
I'm putting the ball in Prather's hands, whether it be a post-up or a drive to the basket. He's probably your most aggressive and confident player on this end, so post him up and everyone move and play off of him.
4 fouls on Cook, 4 fouls on Prather for the Bullets. Under a minute remaining. Cook goes to the cut, drops it off to Smith-Milner, bounces out. And now this Adelaide crowd is involved.
They've had some good looks to Bullets though, haven't they?
Vasiljevic for 3. Rebound to Norton off hands.
Shouldn't get a chance for a 2-for-1 if they wanted it. I'd be trying to get it.
Foul on Davis. It's his 4th.
A couple of strands in his chest to foul every time.
Yeah, well, somebody else sees it besides us.
Alex McEwen pretty clear with Kendrick Davis there.
14 seconds here. Don't come over.
So 14 on the shot clock, 30 on the game clock. Adelaide trying to get above 500. Brisbane just trying to stay in the hunt.
Brisbane get a score here.
Cook sizes it up. It's a massive 3. Keandre Cook comes up clutch. Timeout. 5-point lead to the Bullets.
Oh, you knew it was coming. He was sizing it up the whole time. That foul on Davis, they put the shot clock back to 14. Keandre Cook sat for a while with 4 fouls. And that might just be the dagger.
Wow. If it is, this is a huge win by the Brisbane Bullets.
Have a look at this. Got the ball to who they wanted. They got the switch. They've had a couple of looks at this down this 4th quarter stretch. And he's just sizing it up. He always wanted to get to that 3-point line. Hand down, man down.
Well done. He loves it.
This is so gutsy from the Brisbane Bullets. They've played 6 guys, essentially.
The 6 guys that have played have done the job.
And Joe, how many more games does Brisbane have?
Only the one, Copes. They've only got a game at Cairns next Thursday.
Wow.
Adelaide's got a trip to South East Melbourne on Sunday, and then they head to Perth.
So if Brisbane can win out, it takes other teams to lose, though. Yeah.
It takes other teams to lose by a lot, and they've got to absolutely spiplicate the Cairns Taipans next Thursday.
Yeah, it's going to be unlikely percentage with the way they've lost some games. But
this
has just been an unbelievable performance. They're not out of it yet. We've seen some crazy finishes here in the NBL.
Oh, haven't we what? Haven't we what? So 5-point game, 21 seconds remaining. And if any team can do it, it's probably Adelaide. They've got the weaponry. Do they have the medal? And the answers, Montrez thinks they might.
Told you we've seen some crazy finishes.
2-point game again. We go back to the timeouts, and both coaches go back to the drawing board.
Well, Adelaide have to foul now, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that time. That's Brisbane's last timeout. So let's have a look. This was from the inbounds. Both Kendrick and DJ wanted to look there. Great defense from Mitch Norton. He's been unreal all night. And then Montrezl Harrell stepped up. His only 3-point attempt for the game. I'm trying to inbound that quickly. Trust your free throws. And if you can't inbound it, then take the foul.
Take the timeout.
But if they foul, you go to the free throw line, knock down a couple. If they hit a 3-ball and it gets tied, then you take your timeout to advance it. I don't think you need a timeout there.
So 91 to 89. The Brisbane Bullets have lost 5 of their past 6. The Adelaide 36ers have won 6 of 8 and their past 3. What did Mike Wells have to say at the timeout, John Casey?
Well, as you would expect, it was all about go for the steal. If we can't get a steal, foul immediately and put them to the line. That's all they can do. They're going to have to rely on something going their way.
Brisbane, Brisbane have to knock down 2 free throws here to win this game.
Ball's got to get to Keandre Cook. So Casey Prather, not Keandre Cook tonight. He's 1 of 4.
Yeah.
He struggles. I'm getting the ball to Casey Prather.
And he's a 93% free throw shooter on the season. He came in 90 of 97, best in the league, Keandre Cook.
There we go.
Norton gets it into Prather. And a little bit of time comes off the clock before Casey Prather is fouled.
34. 2 shots, fellas. Here we go. -2.
So Casey Prather goes to the free throw line. Tonight is 4 of 4. And on the season, he's 87 of 117. Davis and Vasiljevic both now have 4 fouls. Cook and Prather have 4 for Brisbane. First misses. The first free throw misses.
Now, I said it before, Joel. This is why you did not need to burn that timeout on that inbound.
No timeouts left for either team. So we'll play it out to the whistle from here. It'll be a 3-point game, 10 seconds left. Where does it go?
It's going to Kendrick. He's going to take it himself.
Can he own the moment here, Kendrick Davis? Can he own the moment? Not quite. And the Brisbane Bullets come up with a win full of character, fight and resolve to keep themselves in with some type of chance of postseason action. 92 to 89. They pull out a remarkable victory in Adelaide to take the series sweep over the Sixers 3-0.
That's a big win on the road with half your team. And from the word go, they meant business. And Adelaide didn't.
You're right, you're spot on. They fully deserve to win this game. There's our Foot Locker player of the game, Casey Prather, outstanding once again. They were in control, they were locked in. This game meant a lot more to Brisbane than it seemingly looked to Adelaide 36ers. They played exceptional. What a win.
Credit to Justin Schuller and the Brisbane Bullets because they have absolutely pulled one out of the top draw tonight. They cause a big upset, 92 to 89. They keep their slim postseason hopes alive. And that is a win that is full of merit for the Brisbane Bullets. We'll wrap it up on the other side of this.